Boy, oh boy, I hope you're ready for a terrible impression. Hello, everyone. I'm Ter. I'm bad at impressions. Dog. I can't nail any impressions, dog. It's hard. Anyways, welcome to your NPL Week 6 of Season 6 Minors of Rapid Fire Recap. Yeah. That was my terrible impression of Parker. Um, I can't really get his voice down pat, but fuck it. Let's just hop right into this week's battles. In our first game between the Indiana Hyperspacers and the Pittsburgh Napoleons, Lux used a combination of a pretty good matchup, in my opinion, and a lot of very interesting sets, such as, the defensive Rocky Helmet Shaman and the Cassiberry Drachi in tandem with his Dickersby to just take advantage of this game and overall just destroy Osh. In our game between the Inglewood Infernaps and the Miami Malamarlins, Clyde used his Zeraora and his Staraptor really well in this game, being able to break a lot of his mons, such as Staraptor and Toxapex, really, really nicely. And being able to eliminate mons such as, being able to eliminate much of Tone's annoying mons such as Pex, let Clyde have a much easier time wearing down certain mons like Tangrowth and Hippowdon. This game was very long and drawn out for the fact that Tone had a lot of defensive mons that, just kept living and living and living, and it ended up being very, very long. What almost brought this game back for Tone was the fact that Zoroark seemed to be on a hack cest, flinching the Arcanine and then killing it. I believe if it got a flinch on that Mega Diancie, it could have won him the game 1-0, but Clyde did win this game 2-0 for his Mega Diancie not getting flinched, which is very, very nice. In our game between the New York Moose and the New Bern Rockruff, Bash used rocks. They were very pivotal in this game, in tandem with Roar Suicune and a lot of his offense to wear down Victini, break potential stashes, break down Jason's team, to where it was very easy to beat it down with the likes of Megalatios and Darmanitan and Scizor, which Jason struggled with so many of Bash's mons. The offensive mons. So Suicune was really annoying for him to deal with, considering Megalati plus Suicune, came in, forced a switch, rocks would, damage Jason's mons, and from there, Megaladios and Scizor really cleaned up the rest of the game. Mostly Megaladios, though, in a 2-0 victory for Bash. In our game between the Salem Kaiser Volcanions and the August Sea Kangaskons, Horace used a nice offense really nicely this game, with the Z-Fly Lando, which was, standard. But, he was able to break and destroy Ian's team very nicely. Destroy may not be the right word, but I definitely like the Rain Dance Seismitoad he brought to really put a dent in his team. And the combination of Crobat plus Lando, despite missing an Air Slash, did clean up this game for Horace in a 1-0 fashion. In our game between the West Virginia Miniors and the Ottawa Garchomp, just as our winless team got a win this week, our undefeated team has finally fallen. Ultra struggled breaking Pesky's defensive mons. They struggled dealing with Pesky Skitty's double scarf for offensive Cobalion plus Kieran Black. In tandem with Ultra players sacking a lot of his offensive mons such as Megalopony and Hydreigon to hit Pesky City's Scarfers, really put Pesky in the lead this game. The flinch on Mimikyu was unfortunate, but considering that Pesky City had two healthy Scarfers in the back, I do not think that the flinch would have swayed the match much, except for maybe a differential point in the long run, I believe. That's my opinion. I don't know. I may be stupid, who knows, but Penske City did win this game in a 3-0 fashion. In a game between the North Carolina Tyranitar Heels and the St. Louis Blues, D-Train used his hazards really well, and a Scarf Chestnut to easily revenge kill certain Mons, damage certain Mons, and what ended up winning D-Train this game was weakening the Porygon 2 with his Chestnut, killing it with Zygarde, and then setting up in front of Garchomp in Misty Terrain, netting him a nice 2-0 victory. And in our final game between the Texas Rangers and the Bolin Bovine, Slaking struggled with a self-proclaimed bad matchup, and it shows in this game. Not having reliable answers to Manaphy, Weavile, Kartana, Zapdos, Gligar, it really shows in this game. Because Scrappy's defense worked on Slacking's team really well for mons like Weavile and Kartana, considering his counter to those mons were being slowly chipped with things such as Toxic and Hazards, and, Torrent being, Life Orb instead of something like Rocky Helmet. He didn't have a switch into Kartana, like, none whatsoever, considering Kartana did run the nice Air Lace and cleaned up this game in a nice 4-0 fashion for Scrappy. And let's go over real quick our rapid fire recap schedule for next week. First off, we have the Indiana Hyperspecters versus the New York Muse, the Inglewood Infernites versus the Columbus Basculin Blue Stripe Jackets, the St. Louis Blues versus the Ottawa Garchomp, Bolin Bovines versus the Aussie Kangaskhan, the Salem Kaiser Volcanions versus the Texas Rain Dance, the West Virginia Minions versus the North Carolina Tyranitar Heels, San Antonio Sparks versus the Miami Marlins, and the New Britain Rockruff versus the Pittsburgh Empoleons. That's your schedule for next week. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.